Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel. Today we are diving into linear equations in two variables, one of the most fundamental topics in the algebra and the big part of the digital sat math section. So let's get started. What is the linear equation in two variables? If you have an equation like this, ax plus by equals c. Also, if you have y equals mx plus b. This is linear equation in two variables, x and y. We have x and y, both two variables, okay? Then we have a, b, and c, the constants, a, b, and c constants. And we have a and b not equals to 0. This is the shape of the linear equation in two variables. How can we graph the equation of the linear equation? Before starting how to graph the linear equation, it's represented as a straight line, as we know that if you use Desmos or if you use any application on your laptop on any website. But before starting to graph, you have to know that if you have y equals mx plus b, m is called the slope. And you know that how can we find the slope? It's y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. This is if you have 2 points, x1, y1, and x2, y2. This is the slope of the straight line. B is the y-intercept, or the initial, or the starting. So this is the rate of a change, which is called the slope. And this is B, which is called the y-intercept. How can we find the slope and the y-intercept from this equation? The slope is negative the coefficient of x, so it's negative a, over the coefficient of y, which is b. And we have y equals the y-intercept, c over b. For example, if you have an equation like this, 2x plus 4y equals 8. How can we find the slope? The slope is negative the coefficient of x, so it's negative 2 over the coefficient of y, which is 4, so it's negative 1 over 2. How can we find the y-intercept? It's c over a, c over b. So it's 8 over 4, which equals 2. Now we have some questions we can solve together. A mixture consisting of only vitamin D and calcium has a total mass of 150 grams. The mass of vitamin D in the mixture is 50 grams. What is the mass in gram of calcium in the mixture? This is an easy question. We have the total mass of the mixtures, which is vitamin D plus C. Their sum equals 150. And we have the mass of vitamin D is 50. So it's 50 plus C equals 150. It means C equals, by subtracting 50 from both sides, it will be 150 minus 50, which equals 100. So the answer is C. Question 2. In the XY plan, line T passes through the points 0, 9, and 1 and 17, which equation divided in this line. So in this question, you can find the slope, as you know that y equals mx plus b. This is x1, this is y1, this is x2, and this is y2. So the slope equals y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So it will be 17 minus 9, which equals to 8. x2 minus x1, which equals 1, so the slope is 8. Now we have y equals 8x plus b. And you know that at the y-intercept, x equals to 0. So in this point, we have the x equals to 0, so the y-intercept equals 9. So it's 8x plus 9, so the answer is D. Also, you can use Desmos to answer this question. If you have 2 points like this, you can use Desmos. You just press on plus, then table, 0, then go to 9, 1, and 17. Go down, write y1, mx1 plus b. Now we have, this is the slope. To write it in small. y1 mx1 plus b. So the slope equals 8 and the y-intercept equals to 9. So we have y equals mx plus 9, so the answer is 8x plus 9, so the answer is D. Let's move to another question. Question 3. Line R in the xy plane has a slope of 4 and passes through the points 0 and 6. Which equation defined R? This is an easy question. You know that y equals mx plus b. So this is the slope, so it's 4x plus b. It means plus the y-intercept. 6 here is the y-intercept because x equals to 0. So it's 4x plus 6. So the answer is 4x plus 6. So the answer is D. Let's move to question 4. We have an equation 3 over 5x plus 3 over 4y equals 7, which table gives the 3 values of x and their corresponding values of y for the given equation. In this question, you can pick one table and put the values of x and check the values of y for each choice. But I have another method with Dismas. It will be easier. This is the previous question. You can write down the equation, which is 3 over 5 x plus 3 over 4 y equals 7. This is the equation. You can pick one table and start to plot the values of x and y. For example, if we have a, which is 1 and 113 over 20, and press on label, the point is far from the line. All the table should lies on the line. All the points should satisfy the line. So this answer is not correct. So A is not correct. Let's move to another one. For example, if you have D, if you have 1, comma, 128 over 15. This is the first point. It lies on the straight line, so it satisfies its equation. We can check the other 2 points. If we have, this is 2 and 116 over 15. Yes, it satisfies the equation. For making sure, we can put the third point, 44 and 92 over 150. 15, sorry. Label. Yes. So we have the 3 points lies on the straight line. It means the points satisfy the equation of the straight line. It means the answer is D. So D is the answer. For question 5, in the XY plan, line P has a slope of -5 over 3 and an x-intercept of -6 and 0. What is the y-coordinate of the y-intercept of the line? So in this question, you know that y equals mx plus b. And we know that the value of the slope equals -5 over 3, so y equals -5 over 3x plus b. To find the value of b, we can substitute with this point. This is for x and this is for y. So 0 equals -5 over 3 times -6 plus b. Simplify or multiply -5 times -6, it will be 30, divided 3, it will be 10. So we have 10 plus b, this is equals to 0, it means b equals -10. Now we have y equals -5 over 3x minus 10. This is the equation of the straight line. We want to find the y-coordinate of the y-intercept. How can we find the y-coordinate of the y-intercept? This is the y-coordinate of the y-intercept, or put x to 0. It's very easy. If you put x equals 0 at x equals to 0 in the equation, it means you have the y-intercept. So y equals -5 over 3 times 0 minus 10. So the answer is -10.